Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day. Back again. Back in the world of the Talos Principle. Back doing what might be the last puzzle in the game. But I doubt it. It doesn't feel super endgamey. So there's probably going to be some super hard puzzles in the tower. Anyway, we're going to check out the beeps and boops first, because it might actually have the entity, the terminal entity, might come back after we do the last puzzle piece here. So let's find out. Alright, this could be very sad for the last Arcady journal entry. Team diminishing by the day. Proud of them, nevertheless. Archive now incomprehensibly huge. Still missing thousands of works. Impossible to truly finish. Work already commenced on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence, but like everything else, it has its foibles. Talk to Alexandra. Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days before I'm unable to keep working. A betrayal to leave early? Yeah, that sucks. So yeah, the sorting program turned out to be the algorithm, or the entity, the terminal entity. Has its foibles was maybe a euphemism? But maybe not, because obviously, even though it's confrontational, if it has survived for thousands of years, then the amount of it's like it still functions. Now Uriel pointed his sword to the tree of life which grew in the heart of dead Jerusalem. Behold, the tree grows still, though the city is dead. Within all that is mortal there is the seed of immortality, for it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. Being a humble man of little wisdom, I asked,
Great Uriel, we are not allowed to eat from the tree of life. How may we then be saved?
And Uriel commanded me to stretch out my hand, and he gave me his fiery sword which burned my hand? Yikes, don't ask Uriel for advice. And he said, only by sacrifice can you free the world from the dominion of sin. With a prayer on my lips, I fell upon Uriel's sword, and it pierced my heart, and truly on my body the stigmata of the Lord appeared, dripping blood that was not my blood onto the ground. And the 7 heads of the dragon that were crowned in black clouds receded, and light fell upon the earth, and Jerusalem was born again. Thus the angels departed, having delivered their message, and I awoke in the fields of our fair land. Huh. That only brings Final Fantasy X to mind. Only through sacrifice can you absolve yourself from sin. But is it truly enough? Is it ever enough? And who defines what must be sacrificed? And do you really have to pay for the sins of the Father? Is that fair? There's so many questions. We can really dig deep into things and have conversations that could be uncomfortable depending upon who you're having them with, or could be super fun depending on who you're having them with, and how open-minded everyone is, and how respectful everyone is. Excerpt, The Invention of Borders by Fatima Nougat. Speaking about being respectful. What today's nationalists and neo-segregationalists fail to understand, Kwame said, is that the basis of every human culture is, and always has been, synthesis. No civilization is authentic, monolithic, pure. The exact opposite is true. Look at your average Western nation. Its numbers Arabic, its alphabet Latin, its religion Levantine, its philosophy Greek. Need I continue?
and each of these examples can itself be broken down further. The Romans got the alphabet from the Greeks, who created theirs by stealing from the Phoenicians, and so on. Our myths and religions, too, are syncretic.
Syncretic? Huh. Interesting word. Seems like it's actually a pretty useful word, but I've never heard it before.
Sharing, repeating, and adapting a large variety of elements to suit their needs, even the language of our creation. The DNA itself is impure, defined by a history of amalgamation, not only between nations, but even between different human species.
Interesting. I mean, as long as it's human species, you don't want to find, like, Jim Bob screwed a bat and a sheep, and now that's been introduced into human DNA somehow for centuries. Alright, so we cleared that first. We like doing puzzles first rather than the emails first because it's just more the heart of the game. But in this case, we wanted to actually hit the email first because we may indeed get the sorting entity. I liked it much better when one of these actual, like, having it spelled out that they were both programs, Elohim and the sorting entity, and they both got screwed up in that way. It just, you know, it overly simplifies everything, I think. And it's fun to get answers, but I think in this case, like, leaving some of it a mystery is okay. Like, what caused degradation of the system and things like that are still unknown, but the fact that it is degraded is now unknown. Oh my god, this is one of these with a million moving parts. Yeah, this one feels like a red because you have 20,000 rooms and pieces. Oh, hello. Oh, well, at least this is straightforward. We're gonna get you too, just in case that matters. So first we free a cube. I mean, I guess the 20,000 rooms and pieces don't matter as much if it's all like one-offs like that. So we've got a cube powering the fan, 2 fans powering this. Maybe that's okay. We no longer need to open the far door. Is there a way to open this? Is there a jammer somewhere deep inside the system? Or can I double stack cubes to jump over it? There's another. Okay, so we were transferring to that guy. And if we can get through there, we can have him connect to the other blue friend. Jeebus, there's another transmitter too. Well. Okay, well theoretically we don't need that anymore, so we can use it for this fan power. If we can get in there. But how do we... Oh, did that automatically do that? Didn't look like it, right? Let's see though. No, he's not automatically sending. We would have to acquire him to do that. Okay. Alright, so we have this ability to do this. What does it get us? Well, let's find out, Raggle. Both just turn on. Are they the same height? Yep. Well, okay, this does connect. So this can get us the projector. Okay. So we get our second cube back. We don't seem to need both of the fans, though. Is it really necessary? Does one... Yeah, probably. They don't usually do stuff that doesn't matter. Oh, hello. Third projector. So we can get that freed now. Oh crap, but I have to go back and get my cube that's doing nothing. Okay, good. Alright, so you have to go here. Then we're going to project you to everything. Alright, first we're going to... No, because I can't connect him to everything and then put him down. As soon as I pick him up, he's unconnected. So it's just whatever we can see from here. Oh. No, you little chunky mug freaking stern butt. Alright, we're gonna try it. Well, it didn't work. If we move him over one, does it matter? No. Yes! At least this feels like a red puzzle. Or it could be I'm more tired now. But... So once it's flying, it will connect. But is there... Is that not possible yet? I can use one of the fans as a paperweight. And double cube it. I don't know though. Seems like we need more. I can put a fan here and just get over there. I guess that's the next logical step. We haven't tried this yet. So... we will try this and see how it goes. First I'll just go... Well, that seems like a more majestic float from a fan than usual. Oh. Alright, so he definitely can't just hit here. So, yeah, that's a big no. And I can't carry this up, right? That's, it's an unusual video gamey kind of message. Kind of takes you out of it. But this game does a very good job of making you feel like you're in the game. Yeah, there's a freaking cheeky one around the corner too, you little freaking... So that gets us in here. What else do we need to send in here? We can connect. If we had a third projector, we could send that in here to reach that blue guy. If we send the boxes in here, isn't that bad? We could send the boxes in here and they would be trapped in here. What needs to be in here? Nothing, just us. So that we can connect to this. And can add another, we could send a connector on a box in here to connect to that. If we could get this out of here, if I put it over here, maybe I can grab it from the other side. I don't remember if that's a thing. No, huh? Just boxes? So if we did put the box through here, I don't think we'd be screwed, because I think boxes are allowed to be obtained from the other side. Which makes this even stupider. Whee! Boop! Oh! Trick shot. So let's see if I just screwed myself, or if we found something in the system that seems stupid. Ah, okay. I did screw myself. You cannot take boxes through these little openings that are box-sized openings. I swear I would like it better if those openings were smaller. So now I believe we're screwed, and we have to press X to restart, because we need both boxes to do whatever it is that we need to do. I could be wrong, but there's no way to get that box out of there. I can open that door and that's it with our initial starting thing. Fan gets the box. That can see that. Can it see anything else? I can move that. Can I move it to a position where it can... I move that to a position where it hits this. No. Does moving that to there allow me to connect this to that? No. Huh. Well. Alright, well the one that we saved for last definitely has the most red puzzle feel of all the ones that we've been to in this zone. Which is good. Yeah, does this let us get these things out? Not really. Alright, we're gonna restart the party, baby. I can move that there and hit it. Then I can fly this one and the other box in there with it. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. At least that's something I can do. Then I get there. What's the freaking point of being there? There's another source. Well, at least it's something I can do. So let's try it, I guess. So we're gonna fly me into the other room and connect that. Then I can climb out on the ladder. So if I put this on there, it flies that over to there. flies both of those over to there. But then I don't have a weight to fly me over to there. Alright, so the ending seems to be fly the thing up, open this, get this third projector, then take it over here, and while the thing's flying up, that opens this, and the third final projector can be used to get the one around the corner. Then you can get the piece. The only step we're missing is, of course, this zone. And that third, or the second transmitter is a little bit strange to see. So that just gets the second projector out of there. Yeah, okay. So we fly me over there, we fly the box over there. If we could fly this without the box, that would be great. Maybe I can try it. But if that's over there and the first projector is over there, then we use the second transmitter with those two to open this door from the other direction. Then we can leave with getting the two transmitters out, or getting the two projectors out. The question is, how do I get over there? Let's see if for once this thing just flies on its own. Almost. Is this fan just like way stronger than other fans? So even the little tiny dinky launch that it does for a projector that's not on a box is much longer than it usually is? Because normally it just like drops it off right in front. Huh. So how am I missing a freaking piece? I need a weight here, and I need a weight here. These things have to be down.
Something is wrong here.
Even if you could do that, that would probably be not the intended way. But maybe. The game isn't totally without timing, because you have to navigate the ball mazes. Maybe that's seen as fine, because 3 spaces away, if you know the spacing, then you know that you're totally safe. But it just doesn't seem like it, because the things, when you get close to the mines, they start beeping in an accelerated way. So you're like, ah. Speaking of there's also a final pressure plate in there. That's probably not a big deal. Could be though. And then we put our second connector here and we're free. We know what we have to do. We're just missing a weight. Oh. Can I take it over without the box? Okay. I don't remember if we ever learned that before. If I remembered that I could... You know you can't climb with it. Huh. Okay, so now we go over here. Oh, you're kidding. Ugh, really? Well, we theoretically don't need those anymore, right? Well, if we pick them up, this gate closes. Right. So I can come back and get the box now? That's what it is, okay. Get the box to be a box. Yeah, I guess through all the puzzle solving. Alright, I think we're moving forward now. No, we're not. Are you kidding me with your ball schnackers? We need this door to be open for now. So we need, before we do this, we need to connect you with you. So I need to move him slightly. Okay, so now he's powering him to keep that open. Which means we can finally get this guy out. Okay. Okay, so now we have these two. Is there any way, any other way to keep that door open? Without having a projector on the other side? Now all these guys are being used to keep this stuff open, so I can't get them out. I think some required that, and maybe it got into my head that all of them, that was the way that you did it. Or maybe I just never picked up on it a long time ago, that I could have been carrying the boxes and jumping into the fan, and carrying the projectors and jumping into the fan the whole time. Because I know I went through the arduous process of putting the projector onto the box to get it to go into the other area. But maybe that was overcomplicating it and I just could have carried it in a lot of those instances. Okay, so if I can just get that one out. Okay. So maybe I'm being an idiot. Okay, and that lets me get this one out. And now if I can get this one out. No, this is not the one we need. We need this one. Right. Thanks, Trees. Thanks. Okay. Alright, we're back in business. That allows me to have two out that I can bring over here. Now we have two over here. We can bring the other fan over here. Do we have access to the other box? I don't think so. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Because if we take that box off of there, I can either have a fan or a box, but not both. Okay. Alright, so we want that off first. Put this here. I'm going to take this one. Connect. Just to every possible thing we can see. Connect. I think that's the only thing that we need, though. Okay. Ah, okay. Oh, we don't need that anymore. Beautiful. I was gonna place him on the switch to be the paperweight, but it doesn't matter. And we're over here, and we need the last connector to come back, so he couldn't have been the paperweight, it does matter. You could not have been our paperweight, sir, because we need you to bend around the corner. Okay, well, we got here. This one... Oh, we need one more paperweight. It can't be you. Uh-oh, we are out of weights. If we take that box, we can't leave. Can I move him? No. He can't be here. He can hit that from here, maybe. But he can't also hit the door that he's opening. Is the other fan still attached to the beach blanket? No. Okay, we need one more weight. Can this door be opened by any... No, we already looked at that. Alright, that weight is not an option. The fan is not an option. I'm tempted to jump, but then everything will fall down. Huh. Cleared our paperweight from you. Oh, can he also hit... Can Floaty now hit this shit? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. That is it. Okay. Nope. What? I mean, you are or you aren't. That didn't make any sense. I guess that was like the camera angle slightly made it hit the... I'm a little uncomfortable with that. Just in case we need to get back to this via some method. Let's make that more consistent, please. Okay. Whew. Whew, doggy. That last little step, huh? Boop. Yep, that one definitely felt more red to me. Maybe not to you guys. Maybe 49 red pieces? That's a weird number of red pieces to be in the game. Did I really miss one? Or is it really 49? 7 times 7. Funky. Oh, no more terminal friend. Yeah, the mystery's gone from him too. He's just a sorting program that gained self-awareness. Like, you give the AI training guys the ability to have self-awareness, sure. But not just your sorting algorithm. That doesn't need to have self-awareness. You don't want every single thing, every single component in your system to have the capability to have self-awareness. Maybe they were desperate and they did. And they're like, if anything gains self-awareness, and if they hadn't actually completed an AI at that point, they wanted to spread it throughout any possible thing just so that they could achieve their goal of having anything become sentient. Maybe that's what they were doing. It was more desperation. Alright, well, let's hear from Alex.
God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades, with the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex.
No, only 1 star here and we got it. Okay. Start. Yeah, the amount of money that people waste on military things does seem incredibly stupid. And then let's talk about the amount of money that people spend on playing sports, throwing and catching balls. I don't understand it. Maybe you guys are super sports people, but I don't understand. Like, let there be professional sports, but you know, millions of dollars a year for throwing and catching. I mean, they're extremely good at throwing and catching balls. I've never taken that away from them. They're extremely good. They're way better than me at throwing and catching balls. But what? All right, so let's step back through the portal.
And so it is done. You have overcome each trial that I set before you. You have shown faith and wisdom and perseverance. Therefore I judge you worthy, and I say unto you, come to the gates of eternity, where you shall be granted everlasting life.
Ah, okay. So the doors to Elohim's eternity are open. So next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we can decide to go through the hallowed halls, or take another path, maybe. See what there is in other parts of this realm. We can mess with the stars that we've uncovered. We can go to the tower. So it really was just 49 red pieces. Huh. A little strange, but it is what it is. There are allusions to, you know, different biblical texts and religious texts in here, and 7 is a number of religious significance, so maybe that was intentional. I don't know. But in that case, that's going to do it for this episode of the Talos Principle. See you guys next time to see where we take it from here. What is going on in Silvertown? This doesn't seem...